the question around what we can anticipate tonight, the kind of messaging that the ANC wants to put forward as well. ANC NEC member Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams joins me now. Ma'am, thank you so much for the time. And I think it's really important for us to start off, if I can, just with finding out what sort of tone you're hoping will be brought forward in tonight's event, as well as the messaging then for tomorrow. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Arabile, and all the viewers that are watching us. Firstly, let me say we are excited. Things are looking great tonight as we prepare for tomorrow, a big day, ANC turning 113 years, whilst others never believed that we'll live up to so long. So we're looking forward, and the people of Khayelitsha are really welcoming us. Just worried what's going to happen tomorrow, because I'm really anticipating a situation where we're going to have lots of people, but fortunately the North Joints is there to make sure that there is no stampede, as we anticipate, judging by the reception that we have received. Of course, tonight we do what we do most in terms of engaging with the stakeholders and the business people of the ANC that supported the ANC. And the president uses this opportunity to then engage, reconnecting the ANC with those people that are making sure that the ANC survives. Because as we stand for the ideology that we stand for, all ideas need to be funded. And therefore, engaging those people that are funding democracy, it is critical. And when you do that, you look at what are the challenges that they are faced with as they are part of the country, but most importantly, what are the strides that the ANC is trying to introduce. And that's the message the president will be articulating tomorrow to say, what are we going to do? I'm not going to spoil his message. He's the one that is the party tomorrow.
Yeah, but I must ask, however, then, in the capacity then as the ANC right now, I mean, there have been rumors of the self-funding, of course, for some ANC members as well. The smaller venue in itself speaks volumes. Is this a case of going back to basics, following, of course, the loss of your majority then in the elections as we've seen?
Well, you may not have noticed, Arabile, because in the past we have done this, where we even directed our regions to be the ones that are hosting the celebrations, the January 8th celebrations, because we believe that when we do that, it brings us closer to the people and you give more opportunities rather than just transporting people to a common venue. Yes, we do that because everyone would want to be part of it, but it becomes more impactful when we know that we're getting closer to the people. I'm sure you have seen on the January 8th, we've had all the regions when they had their cake cutting sessions, and those were fully packed. This shows that the ANC is reclaiming its space of saying, we understand that we love the ANC. There are challenges in terms of bringing everyone on board by ensuring that we host it in your areas, we get it to be involved. But now coming to Khayelitsha, you look at the Western Cape, a province that even though we're in control, it is not because we had won it outrightly. Now coming back to say, we are looking at those that have been bringing more numbers to the ANC in all these years, and Khayelitsha has been outstanding in performance in terms of supporting the ANC. Taking our rally back to those people is to appreciate their commitment, despite the challenges that they live in. We all know, as people talk about a great Cape Town, a great Western Cape, the situation in Khayelitsha is different. But we go in there to reconnect with them and see what other interventions that we must bring as the ANC, the party that they pin their hopes in. And this presents us an opportunity. As I said, we've engaged during the week. We've had a number of sectoral engagements, trying to reconnect with everyone, whether you're talking about traditional leaders that are around you, whether you're talking about the business sector, both informal, small, and big business. We've made sure that we reach out to the faith organizations. We are reaching out to all the critical stakeholders that mattered when the ANC was founded. That route of pilgrimage, the officials, we've seen them going to Robben Island. We visited the graves of those that laid their lives for our freedom. Indeed, we are reconnecting not only with the ones that are alive, but those that have left, to remind ourselves of our commitment to say, why did we join this revolution? Why it is important to fight and make sure that we deliver quality services to people that keep us in power.
So, but Stella, then the worry then from me, from what you've just said, is if you've needed reminding that means that ultimately you've forgotten in times gone by about people that have supported you in areas like Khayelitsha. Would you say that has been the case?
I wouldn't say that, Arabile. When I use that, we are reminding ourselves of where we come from. It is important as a person to sit back and do an observation to say, how far have I gone? What's that I have not done right? Every responsible individual does that. And that helps. That's why if you go into a new year, you would say, I'm making resolutions. You're making resolutions because you're trying to check on the commitments that you have made. How far have you gone? What is it that you must rethink and introduce new strategies? So that's what I mean to say, even if others got carried away, you must know also that people join the struggle at different levels. Others don't understand what apartheid is about. Others were there or alive during the apartheid times, but they never participated in the revolution. So they may have different understanding, which is why it's important to say we're going back to basics, as we have spoken about renewal of the ANC, which requires us to connect to the roots that have given us this life that we have. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Not reminding because we had forgotten. Every year we go out to the electorate to say we're picking up a new mandate, not because our people don't know what we stand for. That's why they keep on voting the ANC numbers. Even this time that we're under the government of national unity, it is the ANC that has more numbers than any other party. That's the confidence shown by the majority of South Africans.
Stella, I definitely take that on, and I appreciate that as well then. Local government elections coming up, I know it's pretty far in the context of things, but it is 2026 that you need to get to at some stage then as well. Can the ANC, one, retake areas like the Western Cape as an entire province, do you feel, at any point in time? And of course, that journey would begin in 2026 if you were to do that. But it's going to take, of course, more than just this week to get that done. How much more of a reassurance to people of Khayelitsha and the Greater Western Cape province as well, that the ANC still remains committed to them?
The people of the ANC in Khayelitsha are the ones that are saying they realize the mistakes of them not going in numbers for voting for the ANC. They are telling us of the bad conditions that they are living in outside the ANC. It is the people of this province that are saying, we made a mistake, we stayed at home because we're frustrated by things that were not happening, and we've learned our lesson. We realize that we can't do without the ANC. Things can only be better when the ANC is in power. They are citing many things, as I said, whether you're talking about their living conditions, we go into the streets, there's lots of sewerage on the streets, there's lots of many wrongs, but we do take responsibility as the ANC. We're not saying this city or this province is under the Democratic Alliance, because these are the people that are voting for ANC. This is why the ANC, if you look at the current leadership in terms of the term that we have in terms of the structures, we have established a dedicated subcommittee that we call local government interventions to pay attention to the day-to-day service delivery issues. Even this December, we did not close every day, 6 a.m. we were working. Of course, it means that when we're in control, we're able to interact with our deployees and remind them of what we've committed in the manifesto and unblock any challenges that are faced by our people. But most importantly, to say, how do we intervene in areas like Khayelitsha, where they vote in numbers, but the municipality is not under their control? We can't blame them. All we can do is to say, government is one. What kind of interventions can be made? And this is the commitment that we are bringing to meet them halfway in this, that they are in the outcry that they are making, that they really don't enjoy being outside the age.
Minister, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so, so much. It looks like it's going to be a glitzy and glamorous affair as well. Even just judging, even just by the outfit, I really appreciate that. Thank you so, so much for the time as well. We really appreciate